Maybe you've gone through the 3 levels of resurrection. Amen. You've been revived, you've been restored, and you've been released. But you have not met or gone through the 4th level of reformation. You have not been reformed. You have not come back better than the way you were before. Now watch it, because when Jesus went down, a Christ came up. A Jesus went down, but something better came up. When Lazarus went down, oh, y'all ain't heard me, something better came back up. When we look at the resurrection of Lazarus, we can relate more to a Lazarus resurrection than we could to a Jesus resurrection. Because see, Lazarus is more like us. Amen. He's more on our level. Because see, Lazarus just wasn't killed and came back alive. Lazarus got sick. And all of us in here are sick of something. And because of that sickness, it's causing us to die. And you will eventually die. And in your death, you better be sure that you come to know him in the resurrection of his power. Or in the power of his resurrection. Lazarus came to know him through the power of his resurrection. Now watch this, because each of them in their resurrection had to experience some similar things. We see that when Lazarus died, he died because he was sick. And Jesus let him die of his sickness. Nobody really wants to talk about that. Jesus got word that he was sick and waited for the sickness. Oh my God, y'all ain't getting ready. Wait, let me come over here. And he waited for the sickness to destroy him. He went, see, you sick. Jesus knows you're sick. And he could run to your rescue. But he's going to let your sickness kill you, destroy you, because he wants you to die. If you won't die his way, then you're going to die another way. But anyway it go, you're going to have to die. And when you die, he's going to resurrect you. You ain't going to see, you can tell people who have experienced resurrection. See, the problem with Christians, you have not yet experienced resurrection power. Because if you really experienced resurrection power, what you were going through would have killed you, but God would have resurrected you. And in your resurrected, not only would you have been revived, restored, and released, but you would have came back better than the way, oh, y'all ain't hear me, you were when you went down. See, the problem with Christians is that you have not experienced resurrection power in the form of reformation. You have not yet been reformed. You should have come back better than what you were before. You should be talking better. You should be living better. Oh, y'all ain't hearing me. You should be giving better. Your praise should be better. Your worship should be better. Yeah. Oh, your fight should be better. Y'all ain't hearing me. To receive resurrection power, you should be better than you were before you got sick. Now watch this, because when Lazarus dies because of his sickness, Jesus lets him die. Just like he's letting you die. You're dying right now. Hollering, Jesus, Jesus, help me, Jesus. He said, I'm going to let you die. Because the only way you're going to really come to know me, the only way you're going to really come to know me, yeah, you know my word. You know some scripture, but you don't know me. You don't know me in the power of my resurrection. So he says, I'm going to let you die. I'm going to let your finances die. I'm going to let this die. I'm going to let that die. Because I'm going to resurrect you. And when I resurrect you, I'm going to bring you back better than what you were before. Now watch Lazarus. Because Lazarus dies of his sickness, Jesus waits for him to die. And then when he dies, then he says, let's go see about Lazarus. Well, Lazarus can't call on you no more. Oh, he's calling, but he's calling from a different level. He's calling from a different level. See, you may not have called him while you were up. You may not have called him while everything was going all right. But when you down and out and you get on a different level, he hears your call. Oh, you gonna call him, baby, whether you call him on this level, amen, you will call him on that level. Lazarus dies, and Jesus says, let's go see about Lazarus because he's sleeping. And the disciples said, well, if he's sleeping, he ought to be all right. Let him sleep. He must be tired. Jesus said, listen, man, and I'm not talking about sleep. He's dead. He's dead. And while they're on their way to see about a dead Lazarus, Mary tried to intervene and tell him, listen, the one who you love is sick. You need to go see about him. Jesus waits until he dies, and now she's so distraught, she's just sitting at home. And she says, listen, Master, if you would have gotten here when I first told you, he wouldn't have had died. But he's now been in the grave for 4 days. And by now, his corpse is stinking. That's because somebody didn't anoint him right. Somebody didn't anoint you right. That even while you dead, if you were, listen, when you're around the right type of people that still anoint you, even though they know you dead, but they know that somewhere along your death, there's going to be a resurrection, your body should be prepared. And she said, by now, he's stinking. Man, it's over. Ain't no more that you can do. Amen. Decay has started in. Decay started in because there were some things that decay needed to take out. Some things that decay needed to take off. Are y'all with me? Come on, do I have any Lazaruses in the house? Any Lazaruses in the house? Amen. Where you need to go past the 3rd day and you need to start letting your body experience some decay. And he's dead. He's been in the grave for 4 days. And now Jesus comes to the tomb. And the people around him are saying things like, and if he really loved him, he would have got here and helped him while he was going through. But now it's too late. But Mary says, listen, I know whatever you ask your Father, whatever you ask of him, I know he'll do it because I done seen you do it. I done seen you talk to him, and I done seen him do everything you asked him to do. Even when I didn't think that they needed to be done for them, you asked the Father and he did it for you. And Jesus says, well, you know, he will arise again in the resurrection. Mary says, listen, I done heard the teaching. I understand that there's going to be a resurrection in the last day. I know it's going to be a resurrection in the last day. And Jesus said, wait a minute, hold it right there. Because you don't know who you're talking to. See, I thought you knew me. I thought you knew me. But evidently, you don't know me. Let me introduce myself to you again, Mary. He said, I am the resurrection. You've been eating with me. You've been inviting me to your house. You've been following me, and you have not yet learned to know that I am the resurrection. And he said, he that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. Do you believe that? She said, yea, Lord. Yeah, I believe that he will be resurrected in the last day.